What is an adult problem you were not prepared for? The endless teeny tiny implications of adult freedom. You have your own medical insurance plan now. You need to pick a primary care physician. Okay, who should I pick? Up to you. But like, where should I start? How do I know which doctor to choose? Up to you. How do other people find one? They just pick the one they like. I don't know any of these doctors. I felt like this when I got hired and had to choose withholdings for taxes and what health insurance to choose. No freaking guidance whatsoever. Here's how you pick doctors. Go to your insurance's website and get a list of doctors near you that are in network. Insert America's healthcare system is a joke line here. Visit the first one. Do you like them? That's your new doctor. Don't like them? Next time you need to go to the doctor, go to the next one on the list. I got lucky with my PCP and picked a pretty good one on the first try. Still looking for a good psychiatrist, and I'm a little iffy on my dentist. I just moved, so I had to find new doctors. Not being able to sleep due to stress. Yet here I lay, exhausted, but wide awake. When I was younger I could sleep anytime, anywhere. Pro tip. If you don't fall asleep within 30 minutes, get out of bed. Otherwise you'll associate your bed with lying awake. Furthermore, you could actually do something. You're gonna be tired tomorrow anyway, so why not do the dishes, clean the toilet or organize your living room? Just any small task for 15-30 minutes. You'll feel good, because you did it. Your bed cools down, so when you get in you have something to be proud of and your bed is cool. This has helped me many times. I've also walked a lot in the middle of the night. Lying awake sucks big time, especially because of stress, but making your home a better place by cleaning and organizing helps a lot. Not too long ago I was waking up at 2 AM and just laying there for 2 hours tossing and turning thinking about all the world's problems. So I decided to outsmart my own brain. When that happened I vowed to get out of bed and go run. Which I know from experience I hate doing. So my brain learned that if I was going to wake up at 2 o'clock it was going to have to go running. And eventually, not wanting to do that, I quit waking up at 2 AM. Dealing with your parents acting like children. My parents have always acted like children. However, as a child I was blind to this. Now as an adult I realize how immature and lost my parents actually are. I realized my mum, I am an only child, was just a big kid herself 20 years ago. What shocks me is that almost everyone's parents become younger when they don't have kids to raise. This includes myself. How often you have to clean to maintain a clean house? Not only clean. Maintenance in general. I just found spot of mold in my garage and have to pull out what feels like half a wall. My husband just pointed out tonight that we have a damn vine growing through a window and is now attached to the living room ceiling. It's an old house, but what the hell? Yeah, definitely kill that thing at the root before it damages more wall. I have the same problem living in a crumbling old house. The problems never stop. First rule of independence. Don't put it down, put it away. Back hurting just from sleeping wrong. And from sitting wrong and from doing housework and yard work and from picking up dogs or kids or whatever life requires. Never reach for anything in the back seat, especially if it is just a little bit further. Oof, I'm only 28, but I've already recognized this several times. I swear I've pulled more than muscles though. I must have rearranged my organs at least once or twice. You didn't stretch before your workout? Sorry, back pain 4 days. You overstretched before your workout? Sorry, back pain 4 days. You perfectly stretch before your workout? Sorry, arm pain 4 days. I sneezed in bed one morning waking up and messed my back up. I missed 3 days of work because of it. I don't like this. The constant obsessive feeling that I'm fast running out of time to have an enjoyable life even though I'm only in my 20s. I'm 40. That feeling is real and you should listen to it. Do it now, you might not get the chance later. My great-grandmother said that she and my great-grandfather promised they would always take a cruise around the world after they retired. It never happened. because life got in the way. But they could have done it when they were younger. Don't ruin yourself financially, but if you can do that crazy thing you always wanted to do, go do it. Make it happen. That's the opposite of what everyone else says. So much advice about not making rash decisions in your 20s, focusing on your career and settling down. There's a balance, but life is so long. I want to do that in my 30s. If you're never making rash decisions in your 20s, do it more. If you're always making rash decisions in your 20s, do it less. How expensive lamps are. And floor rugs. And couch pillows. $15 to $20 is standard for one pillow. And dining room tables. And kids. And the things kids break. How many adults I actually dislike. When I was younger, I thought my parents liked all our neighbors, all my teachers, all my coaches, etc. I've since found out that they thought most people were morons. Kind of like I do. This right here. I am amazed how lonely being an adult actually can be. After cutting out all the toxic people from my earlier years of life, I am very lonely now. Adults never actually growing up. Yeah, this. I used to look at 30-year-olds and be like they got it figured out. Now I am 30. I feel as useless as I did when I was 17. A lot of the time I feel more useless than at 17. Because at 17, I had ambition and aspirations. Now I feel burnt out at 30, so the aspirations that egged me onwards are gone. Like, the enthusiasm for what's to come is just gone. At 17 I was making new friends, was practicing music to get my punk rock band somewhere, was passionate about science and physics and everything space related, was keen on getting into a theoretical physics degree. Now at 30 I'm totally burned out. I have no friends and neither do I know how to make any friends. I live day to day with no passion or ambition. I'm just slowly waiting for time to tick past and I'm just doing my time here. Every day that I get through without any major incident is a good day for me. Almost 50, still working on my it. I do have more money now, though. I lost my wife of 35 years. There is no way to prepare and really no way to describe that loss. Sorry for your loss. I lost my 25-year-old brother who left behind his 6-year daughter. Life isn't the same when you lose someone you love. I know it's not the same, but I feel yeah. My heart goes out to you. The increasing speed of passing years. Having nieces only makes the problem worse. Their age and the perceived number of years past doesn't align at all for me. That's actually something your brain does. As you get older your perception of time quickens. In some sense, time literally starts to go faster as you age. Remember how long things took when you were a kid? I think time goes by faster for me is because I spend too much time working and not noticing about everything else around me. When I do have time to stop and breathe, that's when I noticed a month has passed. Already? I thought that was last week. I am in my 20s. Yup, 2019 absolutely flew by for me. I was working 6 days a week around 70 hours. It all just turned into a blur. Quarantine though has felt like forever, in the best possible way. I know it's terrible circumstances that brought it about, but it's a break I really needed. As much as I would not choose a quarantine lifestyle under other circumstances, I do think that anything that creates the sense of different chapters of life help us avoid the feeling and stagnation and time slipping by to a degree. Moving apartments, changing jobs, starting a new hobby, all of these things help us mark time in a way that's harder in our normal routines, and for me it helps my memories of the past feel fuller and less like a blur. I'm all for keeping the good things going, but I think there's value in embracing the new chapters that come into our lives and at least learning to look at the things that are positive or constructive about them, including quarantine. You have to buy insurance, but can never use the insurance or else no one will sell you insurance. Frick, using insurance too. I've been fighting for the last 3 months because my homeowners refuses to acknowledge storm damage to my roof. I swear they've spent more trying not to cover the damage than if they would have just fixed things. Advice to other homeowners out there. Never let an insurance adjuster look at your roof before a qualified roofer has. And make sure that roofer is present when the adjuster comes. If their adjuster misses things, they will fight like hell before admitting a mistake. Coming into adulthood and learning about insurance in America. It all just feels like a big scam.